Welcome to Braille Institute. Now, contingent probabilities of death. So, this is coming under the actuarial mathematics cm1, and we have a 240 classes, approximately 240 classes available. So, visit the www.bravelyinstitute.com and the registration option is there. Register, then subscription option, module wise or chapter wise, and entire subject also. So, these classes is explained, question papers and topics, each topics in each chapter. Many chapters have 10 and 15 classes is available, so you can learn in online. So here is a contingent probabilities of death. So what is a contingent probabilities? The contingent probability will come under the conditional probabilities. So one event is depending on the other event. So event A, for example, event A, we are rolling a dice, roll a dice. So first event is the number 6, we get in the number 6. So this is event A. Event B. Event B. So roll a dice. We'll get the we get the even number. Even number means it is a 2 or 4 or 6. So this event A, conditional probability is writing that probability of A given B. So what is a condition A given B? So and this event A, it is depending on the event B. So it will get total probability is coming in 3 options. So it will get 1 by 3. So event A is depending on the event B. So that is a conditional probabilities. In here, contingent probabilities of death. So contingent probabilities death, we are explaining the joint life time. Joint life. Joint life in the sense of X or Y. We can lifetime. Life we can write a line. It is a lifeline. It is a X or Y. It's a joint life. X is a one person, Y is a other person. So this joint life is starting from here. We are issued the policy here. And maybe this joint life will end with the time T. Time T, we are representing as a TSY. So this last chapter we studied TSY. So in TSY, one life is joint life status is failed. Joint life status is failed means one life died. One life died. One life died means this joint life status is failed. So that we represented as a TSY. And one more we represented TS bar Y. So in that time, what happened? Both the life is died. That means the last survivor is died at the time of T. So joint life, X or Y. So here X and Y, we studied only the first person is died, this life status is failed, or both are died. This only we studied in the last chapter. But here we are studying the conditions. X is depending on Y or not. Some conditions. So that conditions we can explain as a contingent probabilities of death. SY. So two lives XY is taken. I am putting 1. X top I am putting 1. What is the meaning? X died first. S died first. In their life policy issued, they are living together. Together is going on. But in that point of time here, X died first. And we are not talking about Y. Y is alive. Y is alive. Sometime up to n year. Policy will be up to n year. Maybe here is alive. And after that also he will be alive. If alive up to that. So SY, X will top 1. So what is the meaning? X died within the period of T. Time T, I am taking the time T. So X died within the period of time T. Maybe here, T will be here. T will be after 5 years. T will be here any point of time in the lifetime. But X is the first person is died. So even this depending on the X first person is died, Y not died. So there we make some conditions. X should die first. That is a condition. S should die first. Y will be alive. If this policy issued with this condition, what will happen? If Y died here, so this policy will not give any benefit, because in this conditions policy should given that S should die first, Y should alive. Then only will give the benefit. And one more term is there, S to Y. Now you see, S person should die second, not a first. So S should be a second person is die. S will be a second person die. So what is the meaning? S is a second person. We can say that Y will be died first. we can say that y died first. So in this condition, at the time of t, y may be died, y died first, and x may died here, x will be died here, x died second, y already died. You see, x died second, second person is died, so that is a condition. Second person is died, that will be x. Y will be died before that. That what is a period of time before he should die before that. So that is the x square y. X top in 2 y. X here 1 means as a first person x should die. So these are the conditions is coming under the contingent probabilities. Now we can explain the how to write this contingent probabilities of death. So death case we are saying about the death case, how to write the contingent probabilities. First example, n q h1y. Now you see, nq, so policy issued a life is start from the here x and y start from time 0 up to n year. Within the n year x should die. Within the n year x should die first, y will be live after that. So that is representing here, x may be died here, after that y is going on alive, y will be going on alive. So that is representing nq h1y, nq h1y. So now we can write the probability. How to write it? Is a continuous case, any point of time x will die, x will be a first death. So that we are writing as a 0 to n, within the n period of time, within time 0, it is start with the time 0 to n, within the n period of time x will die, that we can write as a 0 to n, and it is a double integral representation because second life is there, y is there. Y will be s is equal to t to infinity. We are saying that x will died at the time of t, x is died at the time of t, x is died at the time of t, and y will be, what will happen for the y will be after the time t, because y is alive, y will be after the time t. So this is a 2 integral. So this is 0 to n, what we are saying 0 to n, it is all the cases x may be died here, x may be died here, x may be died here, in all the cases we are considering 0 to n, and s equal to t to infinity. After this, that s, where is x died, that at the time of t, from that y should die. So this is a probability of x is dying. We can write the death, we can write like that only, SPS is mu s plus s. So same way we can write the t p of s. So he is living up to t. So t here is x is lived up to t time t px, and is going to immediately going to die. So that we are write as a mu s plus t. So he is going to immediate death, that we write as a s plus t. So at the time of t, what is the meaning here? At the time of t, x is lived up to time t, at the time of t is going to die. So s plus t. And another one we have to explain as a second life y. What will happen for y? Y is lived up to this time, y also lived up to this time. So s equal to t to infinity, after that it is going to die. So y is representing as spy mu y plus s ds and dt. So both integral, this is for the this integral, this one is for the this integral. We can separate, we can make, then we'll understand. 0 to n t p of x mu s plus t, we can separate to make a integral s to t to infinity, and this is putting the bracket spy mu y plus s ds, that is putting the bracket, then dt. Now you see, now we will understand. Spy, s is starting from t only, s is starting from t, after death of first person x, after death of x we are starting y, life is started y, any point of time he will die. That is representing s to infinity, we are considering up to infinity. We are considering s is starting from here to infinity we are considering, and all the place we are considering s, any point of time he will die. but it is start from the t. And after this integral 0 to any point of time it will come. That is for the h life. Now we can rearrange it. Instead of saying that this one is instead of saying that this one is in up to t, we can consider the up to n. We can rearrange and we can write like that 0 to n t p of x mu s plus t. So y is living up to infinity, whatever may be. Now we are considering x is died. Now what is it meaning? X is died at the time t. At the time of t, what happened? Y is alive. That is representing t p y. So that is representing as a t p y. Y is alive. So this is a simplified formula. So this is a n q s1y simplified formula. We are not considering y is alive from t to infinity. We are not considering y is alive t to infinity. We are saying that this is y. This y is alive at the time of t. tpy. X is dying at the time of t, but y is alive at the time of t. So it is a simplified formula. So we understood that this formula, we just simply we can write here n q of s1y is equal to 0 to n tp of x mu s plus t and tp of y dt. So this is the formula for the nqs1y. So hope you understood about this concept. Yes, so what is a concept? X should first is has to die. So x is dying at the time of t. At the time of t, we are integrating entire story from 0 to n. But at the time of t, t will be here. T will be any point of time 0 to n. That is why we are integrating 0 to n. So tpx and mu s plus t, any point of time. So after that only y is dying. So that we are explaining that y will be alive at the time of t. So simplified formula. This is the simplified formula. Hope you understood about this formula. Now we can solve one problem based on this equation. X is the constant force of mortality. So it is a continuous case. So we are integrating only. So X is the constant force of mortality. We are explaining that constant force of mortality 0.01 per annum, and Y has the constant force of mortality as 0.02 per annum. When both are X and Y, and interest rate is delta is equal to constant force of interest rate is 0.04 per annum. So this is given that, and we have to find out what is the nqxy. N is equal to 10 here. We have to find out 10q(x1y). We have to find out like that. So we can integrate 10. So where is a x? So tpx. So we know that formula is a constant force of mortality. We can write as s is equal to write at e raised to 0.01 t, e raised to minus 0.01 t. So tps we can write as e raised to minus 0.01 t. It is a constant force of mortality. It will be e raised to minus mu t. So instead of mu is a constant force of mortality of x. It is 0.01. So this is same formula is applied here, and another mu s plus t. So that is a 0.01, and another tpy. So tpy is 0. E raised to minus 0.02 t. So dt we are integrating under the dt. So this one we can write as a equal to 0.01 integration of 0 to 10 e raised to minus 0.03 t dt. So it will get 0.01 e raised to minus 0.03 t divided by minus 0.03. Now is integrating with 0 to 10. So first you give 10, then 0, you will get answer of 0.08639. You will get answer like that. 0.08639. Now first you give the t, instead of t we give 10, then 0, then we'll get finally 0.08639. So this is the one problem. It is a continuous case, constant force of mortality, H is constant force of mortality, and Y also is a constant force of mortality. Now one more term. So another term we can explain here. So NQXY we studied, QX1Y we studied. It is a 0 to n, 0 to n, 0 to n, t p of x and mu s plus t, t p of y dt. So we studied here like that. Now you see time life. Now we're going to study NQS2Y. So what will happen? Timeline, we draw the timeline. And what is saying that? So time X and Y are alive at the time 0. So X and Y are alive at the time 0. And it is, life is going. X is died here. So he's saying that X is died at the time T, but Y is already died before the time T. Y already died in between. Y died before the time T. Before the time T, Y already died. So that is representing as a formula. 0 to n, n is representing 0 to n. Here is representing when X and Y taken the policy with this condition. So who will first death? First death will happen Y. But second death, X will be a second death. Same way we can write. It is a 0 to n Tp of X mu S plus T. What is happen? At the time of T, X is died. At the time of T, X is died. But at the time of T, what happened for the Y? Y already died. TQY. Y already died in the DT. So this is the formula for the NQ to Y. Y already died. Y already died before the time T. Here you see, for the X is what is happening. X is dying at the time of T. He is dying, he is lived up to time T and is going to die. Within a small period of time is going to die. But what about Y? Y is already died. Before that is Y already died. So that is the formula for the NQ square Y. Hope you understood about this formula also. Very simple formula. Here is Y is alive. That is why it's a TPY. Here is Y is already died. So this is why it's a TQY. Here we can some modification we can do. 0 to n Tp of X mu S plus T and TQY. Instead of TQY, we can write like a 1 minus TPY. So this we know that how to write. So TQY is written as a 1 minus TPY dt. So now we can expand. So it is 0 to n Tp of X mu S plus T. 1 is multiplied minus of 0 to n Tp of X mu S plus T Tp of Y dt. So here also we will give dt. So now you see, splitted. Again we splitted 1 minus TPY. Now you see, this one is, what is the meaning this one? So this we are writing as a NQ square Y. N is a substitute only. NQ square Y. N has to write here only. So now you see, this term, it is a NQX. This term we can write as a NQX. X is dying 0 to n. At the time of T, X is going to die. That is mean it is a NQ of X. Minus, what is this term? This term is already stated NQX1. NQX1Y. This term already we studied. Now you see new formula. NQX2Y is equal to NQX minus NQS1Y. So NQ, we can write NQ of X is equal to NQ of X1Y plus NQ of X2Y. So this is the sum. Now you see, this one is taken to the side. So NQH will get, so NQ of H is equal to the first person is died, and second, this is the second option. Second, the H is death in second option. Here H is dying in first option. First the H is died. In this case, H is died first case. This case H is died second. So we can write like the NQH is equal to NQ1H and it is. So hope you understood about the this two topics, NQH1Y and NQH2Y. So what is meaning of H1Y is saying that this person is lived up to T and after that this person is died. But what about Y? Y person is alive continuously. He is alive at the time of T. And here what is saying that T plus and S plus T is going to die at the time of T. But at about the second person is already died. Within this period of time, Y already died. That is explaining about the Q sign. And we just modified, we understood NQH is equal to NQH1Y, NQH square Y. Hope you understood about this topic. Thank you.